this works. I'm trying a different time zone. So yeah, this is kind of my response. So whenever I guess I was like out and about, oh, these lights are a little bright. But I said, well, let me I know I was like presented for midnight, but I tried to come back at the time that I had, and I wanted to see if it makes any difference. So this is kind of a test live um, to see like if there's other I guess parts of the world. I guess so. Anyway, nonetheless, regardless of where you're from, it is wee early hours my time. I actually should be but I'm not. So I do like the night owl. I like the midnight. I like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Ooh, that'd be nice if it just so happened that my lives are vibing at that time. I know in my head I'm thinking how unrealistic is that? Because the world, you know, you all first of all, yes, you all have things to do in the day hours, as I need to be available for you all, and I need to be awake and attentive. So I totally get it. It's like, yeah, I would actually need rest. But I guess I can dream. So I'm just trying to see, like, was I maybe caught off guard, or like how was this activated? So I'm doing my snooping around. Um, I also gained a subscriber. So those who subscribed yesterday, I do appreciate you. Welcome to the channel officially. I am intending to do wonderful things, big things. We all have to start somewhere. So, uh, but I'm enjoying every moment of just, figuring out how all of this is going to, how I guess how this works. Hello, True Blaze. Hello, K. Is it KEO? Hi, welcome. Uh, I'm sorry for you. I am so awake. I'm so awake. I am trying to figure everything out. Hi. So I don't know. Okay, it's midnight my time, and I've been going live at 10 a.m., which it took me a long while. It took me a while to get it. I was like, oh, I think you all are reaching out to me, and so I'm trying to meet you at your time zone. And yes, I'm. If I fell asleep right now, it would probably be the best sleep I ever had in my life. It says, UC, what's good? How's your day? Oh, the day is going. I I could splash some, I could use a little bit of water. This is my fresh start. So, cut me some slack. A little, okay, it's 11 p.m. your time. Okay, it's 1 a.m. my time. Yeah. So I work around the clock because self-employed, and I have to go based on how you guys are doing and how you feel. 2 a.m. your time, okay. So I have to. So, anyways, later on I'll be servicing you, as in whatever the work I do, whatever job I do, and I'm kind of on call, and it's kind of like round the clock around here because everybody across because I'm working on all the time zones, so especially Europe. So it's like morning time. It's like what like 7 a.m. in across over the seas. In the US, everyone is definitely either just getting home or they're asleep. They're asleep. Yeah. So yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how I need to come live, come on. So I think I'm starting to get it. I'm starting to catch on. So you guys need me to come in. I'll be okay. So what do you call this? This was a trial. So I don't even know if it would work, but my hunches are right. So now I got it now. So okay. Uh, I'm gonna be better presentable, and so I don't make you all worry too much. I'm so excited, and okay, I'll stay for a little while. Wow. So sure enough, so I probably could start as early as 12. It says today at 12, I've 15 people, so it's like up to 18. So yeah, 18 people. Uh, okay. Well, I mean, at least people um, came in. So 18. I've had a lot of visitors. Thank you. Oh, hi. I'm just trying to see where you all are reaching out from in this universe. Like what parts of the world? I can see some languages. I see some people. Yeah. I don't know why I'm over here just. I should be. I was just like, why are you trying to blush? I just said, you know what? I wonder if I go live. Turn on all the lights. Turn on. So yeah, I'm just excited. So this is how it works. Okay. If God had never existed, where would we go? Since there is no hell, abyss, nothingness, plunge into darkness, or where would? Okay, so this is so interesting. This is a you always feel bad, like but like ministers. I think they cry inside when they have to answer this question because the truth is no one is in hell at the moment. There's supposed to be a place that represents hell. Then without making it pretty, you want me to make it sound pretty? Any absence of love, isn't that the worst? So if you've experienced where you felt like no love and you just felt isolated, that's like the equivalent of hell. That's a nice way of saying it. Even if it's not fire and brimstone, if it's just a planet where you're the only one that's there and no one wants to be around you, no one is going out of their way to say, how's your day going? You look great, even though you know full on well they're lying to you, but you look great. It's good to see you again, even though you feel like, why you want to see me? That's like a hell. I mean, that's a nice way of saying it. Oh, the reason why no one's in hell is because this is what they don't say. If you believe in that, if you believe in that doctrine, by the way, because there has to be a judgment first. There's a order of process that happens before one even goes to heaven. But you don't want to tell somebody. So you try to say my grandmother and my wonderful Christian auntie who goes to church every Sunday is not in heaven right now. And so I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Bless her soul. Yes, she's absolutely in heaven. Right now. So we all met people and we would say, gosh, that person is like, you could, like, there's something about their aura. You like, they're definitely go. If there is such thing as heaven, they're going to be like quick as a bullet. They're going to be like, nobody's going to ask them for their passport. They're gonna like, just open up the gate, just open up the gate, let them in. So, um, And we'd also like to think that you get many goes at getting it right, whatever your correct is. Because, and by the way, every good deed is not even a good deed, is not even a proper deed. So, like, you could do good, but it could still be considered bad. And then there's certain, like, you might consider to be bad actions that are actually good actions. Like, no one likes consequences, right? That's bad. But consequences also help the world create better adults. So then that's good. The results are good. The good things that we think are good. Giving somebody money, someone money who may be misusing the money, for example, is a straightforward. So you could say, "I'm doing a good thing. I'm doing good. Here's my money." Yes, I'm doing good. You say, but then you start to know that they're not using the money well, or they're not using. They're being self destructive with the money, or if they are not, if they say they're gonna pay you back the money, but never do, and you say, "I'm so nice to them," and you just keep giving them money time after time, and in your heart you start to feel horrible about doing a good deed. That's also bad. That is would be working against your best interest. I'm trying not to say that 3 letter word. You know which one I'm trying not to say. I'm trying not to make it into because there's many spiritual understandings, but pretty much universally, no one should be getting taken advantage of, regardless if wherever path you follow. You shouldn't be placing yourself in a situation where you're enabling someone to do harm to yourself or to themselves or to the rest of the world. So doing good also means thinking about, are there like a are there beneficial. I like to use, instead of using positive and negative, good and bad, instead of using duality, I like to say, is it beneficial to you? Is it beneficial for them? And then, so beneficial, if it's beneficial, whatever the happiness that you gain from out of the actions, those are lasting actions. So yeah, so I try to get, I mean, I always hope that people are encouraged to have lasting happiness and contentment in their world, in their worldview, not just short term. Oh, I did a good job, and then it's like a sugar high. They go, then you plummet. It's like, and you realize they're not even thinking about me right now. Oh gosh, someone goes to hell for say, yeah. Would they still have the ability to join God and join His heart and just escape the torment? That is. You want the straight answer? Do you want the nice answer? The straight answer is, when it's all decided, everything is said and done. The the beautiful answer is, we have many tries. Of course, I did include that in the little fine print. Yes, you get many tries before the final say. Now some belief systems just say you just come back until you get it right. And like, even the way that it's described, like in the Bhagavad Gita, like there is a hell, and but you like you said, you kind of work your way out of it when you realize, like, gosh, I'm doing this to myself, I gotta stop, you start breaking habits, then you start breaking away from that, and you eventually join into the bosom of God. And of course, the Bhagavad Gita is very much in sync with the Abrahamic Bible, Old Testament. And not only that, it's also monotheistic. And the phrases and like words like faith, believe, happiness, joy, virtues, don't worship any other like gods, and no, even the Bhagavad Gita actually explains why not. Remember how people say, why does the Bible give us so many rules and don't even explain why? Like, why can we not befriend a demon who was an angel before? Or why can we not talk to gods if we're all family in heaven? Like, why can't we not talk, at least like interact with them? So if you're Abrahamic, it's like, you can't do this, you can't do that. And everyone's saying, well, why can't you just tell me why not? Why can I not? Like a parent telling you, why you can't go outside after 10 p.m. or something. You can't go run around at night barefoot. Things like that. And you're like, well, can you explain to me what is the reason? But now the Bhagavad Gita not only expresses it's like basically it says, what's the point of you talking with other deities other than the primary deity if they're like learning like you're learning? They're learning stuff and they're learning from me, so why don't you just come to the source and just talk to me? So pretty much that's how the Bhagavad Gita words it. And I'm like, oh. I mean, the Abrahamic believers kind of say that. They say, well, they always make it where it's like, well, that one is the source. That one has all the answers, but they don't say it like the Bhagavad Gita. And the Bhagavad Gita is also 5,000 years before the BC, the New Testament. But what makes this even more beautiful is that my point is, you see the evolution of the universal consciousness. Like, okay, we have it on the internet. They had it in books, in the realm of scriptures. And so you see the information become advanced and then like becomes the Bible. And it's like, oh wow, you start to see these like the universal connection between scriptures. Because obviously, like you got to think of cultures, right? the Okay, when you think of Bhagavad Gita, you think of like meditation and chakras, right? And you say, well, don't they have that in Buddhism? Like, what's the difference? That's the answer. What is the difference? They're like next door neighbors. So what we're saying here is that there's information in the context of holy books, whether it's through words or through however they wrote it, you know, making its way all throughout the world. So that is beautiful, and you find traces of that proof as you're reading through the texts, how they not are similar but directly, like there are very big phrases that you can find and pick out. In fact, whenever I do read the Bhagavad Gita live, it takes me like an hour to get through a chapter, because I'm always picking out like, oh yeah, this is in the Bible too, this is the Bible, like it is a perfect alignment. And also the Bhagavad Gita, when you say that, what does that even mean in English? It means Psalm of God. Psalm of God. Well, there's a book of Psalms, and then there's, of course, Psalm means song, song of God. So, yeah, so it's just very interesting how it all interlocks. So it makes you feel like, hey, you just might have a chance. If you're given so many opportunities, there's even opportunities to achieving oneness with God, even if you don't have any scriptures, because it's like encoded in the heart of like spiritual commands. Like I was mentioning earlier, when something is feels good, even if you feel like you should do it because it's a good act. When it's not right for you to do it. When something is wrong. It's like there's universal golden commandments. Like no one likes you coming in, enter into their space without invitation. Nobody likes if you take something that belongs to them and you claim it as your own. Nobody likes, you like, what are the other ones? Just being mean to them for for no apparent reason. So there are like golden rules that, okay, yes, you could find these golden rules in scripture, but universally, even if you never even heard of the Bible, that it's explicitly states, as well as in the Bhagavad Gita, that you're still in connection with God regardless, even without some minister's help. Does that make sense? So you says, do you still get to hope in hell? Okay. Now you talk about the gifts of the Spirit, the Holy Spirit. Okay, so when the ascended master went up. You know, when I say the ascended master, obviously, I'm talking about who. I'm trying to be nice here. So when the purpose of that ascent was to give us grace. So when we receive grace, we receive what is in the form of the Holy Spirit, what they refer to as the Holy Spirit in throughout the New Testament. So the Holy Spirit allows you to have, if you want to. Now you don't have to experience spiritual gifts to have a good life, or even to be happy, or to be saved, or get into heaven. You could say, I don't need spiritual gifts. I just want to just believe and believe and believe. And that you could do that and be perfectly fine. But it's encouraged to study these things. Now, there are also results from getting to know the Holy Spirit, and one of those is hope, and hope is connected to faith. Hope is a twisted word because it also has a twisted version definition. Hope, because you've heard expressions of when you're especially when you're a kid, like people like to tell you off. They'll say, "I was like, I hope," and somebody comes along and says, "Don't hope, expect." Not realizing that it means the same thing. Hope. When you look up hope, it means to expect something, to expect the expectations that something will occur, something will happen, or that you will get something. That's what the definition means. So basically, it's like speaking double negatives. So hope. My point is this: hope means to expect. You can replace if you were replace expect with hope, and then you add faith. Okay, you change faith out with belief. You expect what you believe to to come to form, take form. We like to use manifestation. There you go. Of course, if you have these two, you're close. You're very close to being able to experience true charity. Charity would be universal love. Universal love can bring about love because love is charity. But that's universal love, like the 11th commandment. When they say when the ascendant, who says, I want to give you another commandment, and he gives you. That's why we 11:11. That 11th commandment. Okay, that 11th commandment also it's kind of like, okay, so chakra wise it sits kind of here. It's like in the bosom of Abraham. I can't hide that one. Bosom of Abraham. It sits right here, and not too many people are familiar with that. But if you get into the systems of things, then you discover that. But without going into that, this is what they say: love one another, love ye one another. That's the phrase that represents the 11th chakra. He's telling us to love one another. That it's okay to love someone from a different nation, country, your neighbor, and so forth on. There you go. If you stayed for all that, two thumbs up for you. I don't know. I never know if I'm overstepping, so I don't really talk about these things unless somebody asks. But yeah, there you go. Then it says, or does it just completely dissipate? Oh, I got to answer that. So, unfortunately, when the judgment starts to happen, let's say, the realm of, it's called tribulation, is what you call it. If there's okay, so there's a lot of things going on happening at the same time. So a tribulation is when while okay, so there's two events going on. There's a unity heaven. That means like people who just like they just got in. Those are the ones that where you meet somebody and they said, "Oh my gosh, if I'm in competition to get in heaven with that person, I hope that there are many slots to contend for." Okay, so this group goes up, right? They get to go to what we call they get married. It's described as a wedding, and you're there, and you're an attendee in heaven's wedding, or God's wedding, and He's unifying. But then there's a period where you're giving a blatant opportunity to um, to reverse. But here's the thing. Right now, we have the feelings and the gifts, and that is all channeled through the spirit, and also including the fruits of the spirit, which is hope. So when the tribulation comes, the spirit also ascends because it's in the body. Okay, the body of the body of assembly, the body of a gathering of people, right? That is called the spirit body, the body of the spirit, right? And then everybody in that means when that goes up, also the spirit goes up with it. The fruits of the spirit goes up, the gifts of the spirits goes up. So I can't imagine that there's going to be like people operating in the prophetic gift or even the gift of hope, because you do know the gift of faith, which is aligned with hope. That's a spiritual gift, not just a fruit of a spirit. It's a spiritual gift. There's a gift of discernment, there's a gift of prophecy, a gift of tongues, and the gift of faith. That's the gift of hope. All that goes up because it's going to the big banquet up there, right? And then guess what? People who are so then you ask, does it dissipate? Although that the spirit goes up, even without the context of the grace, meaning that the grace, the protections that are offered through spirit for right at the moment, like we have these grace periods in our lives, that's no longer available, and that means you kind of have to raw dog it. If I may just be blunt, you got to raw dog it. So you mean like I can still switch over? Yes, but you might be in Mad Max. Be like, loud, and there's no. But imagine it saying all that, and you're calling on spirit. No, genuinely, you're calling on spirit, but spirit does not answer you. So whatever you do now that gets you into that space, the way that it's described is that that's absent of that. You can do that all day. You have to do it all manually, as like everything is like returned back to like the earth, like returned back to dust, like back to the way it originally was before grace was here. Right now, uh, grace is supposed to be present in the earth. So right now you have all of the connections to spirit and many opportunities to get it right. You had plenty of time to get it right, by the way. Who's to say you don't have it right now? You may have it right now. So I spoke. I'm speaking to you because I feel that you're asking specifically in the context of the Abrahamic beliefs. So this is specifically. So this doesn't mean that this is for everybody. Doesn't mean that I'm talking to everybody. I'm just answering a very specific Abrahamic question without putting my opinion in it. So that's the raw information, But now, if I may add my opinion, I think that universe always finds a balance. I do, although like I think that humanity or person who is maybe still trying to get that second, trying to get that maybe it took them a little longer, and maybe they're here and they're actually in the middle of all the action that a lot of us want to skip, right? um like the moment that they bring up World War III, thank goodness we're not having a World War III in our lifetime, thank goodness for that. Even to the, you know thank even to the opposite of the parameter of the pillar. Even they don't want that. So thank goodness, no, no, none of that. But when you think about that conversation, the very first thing that people are saying is, I don't want to be here for that. That's why they started immediately praying and saying, okay, then that must be the signs that surely, the universe is coming, especially essentially coming to pick me up, because I'm not staying here for that. So that's what that means. That's what they're implying. But with now, if I may add my little 2 cents, because none of that is actually happening, right? So there's no ending of the world, right? That means we have plenty of time to make this world a better place. We have plenty of time to get into a mental space where we say, I'm not ready. Keep building what you keep preparing what you have for me, whatever it is, whatever you are, you take care of that and give me some signs every now and when so I know where I'm needed, where I'm going to make the highest difference. There are still issues here. Even when you are gone, even if you were to go now, and let's say it did all happen, there's issues still on the earth that needs strong, strong people who will work to the highest benefit of the humanity, of other people, the world, themselves. So, being that in our reality, being that we're still that we are here, we have plenty of time. We are here, and we have all of our lives. We should be focusing on working to help our world, help ourselves, and not thinking about how to get as quickly as possible to the elevator up. There you go. That's my 2 cents. I just want to like help. Like, look, don't get all flustered and get all worried. Don't do it. Don't do any of that. Don't get worried. Don't be worried. Get out of the mindset of, oh my gosh, time is running out, or time the world is coming to it. And no, it's not. It's found some way to keep sending you things in the mail that you have to respond to through your email. Your friend expects when they call you, your people when they call you, they expect you to be there. you know they or to pick up, and yeah, and so yeah. So live, please. If I'm not adding commandments, I'm just saying, do your very best to live your life, live a good life. As the life that you feel and you look and you say, I'm doing good. I'm doing well. I'm doing my best. Is it perfect? No. Is it exactly everything that I want? Do you really want those things? No. I would do something different. Like, everybody doesn't want a particular thing. If they say, well, if they had the means, you may say, but I do want the means. It's okay to say you want the potential, you want the possibilities. And then you would say, I want the possibilities with intention to make all my dreams come true. I don't want somebody else's dreams. Somebody wants to own an island. I do not want to own an island. The people buying entire countries all the time. It sound like, and they'll let you see who actually is buying what. Who's buying a country? Then you think you're like, I don't want to buy a country. I mean, if you were given like if all of that ability just landed in you, and you woke up one day and you said, "Ooh, yeah, you could buy a country," you'd probably say, "I don't want to buy a country." So, you might say, just own a home, and then the rest, like all the things that I intended to do on a bucket list. And then some of it, could, include some, so, travel the world to see what's out there and see where you can make a difference, or not. So, yeah, definitely strive for your potential. Go for your potential, and then you'll be fine. Yeah, you will be fine. Yes. So yeah, you're good. You're fine. If you're still here, if you're still breathing, this means you still have work to do. There's still something on the earth that you can do. I know, like, you're gonna say, there's a reason for me, for my existence. Yeah, there's a purpose for you. You have a purpose, and you can live your purpose. You could thrive and build your purpose. Keep going, keep going. So so there you go. um those who are metaphysic spirit, like if you're spiritual and metaphysic, um that's a more on the lines of like you're channeling out and you're connecting with the whole principle is mysticism, and you're mystically connecting to the what you might call the universe or spirit, and you connect and you just channel and you bringing that vibration in. So that's what that means. And when you know, and oh, and you're working to opening up all of the abilities that come with being metaphysical or being a practitioner. And of course, we imagine like, so you mean this kinds of things can take time. These kinds of things can take time, but it's always for you know a good reason though that you know you take up the journey. You take up the journey, and of course, you said so. You try to tell me that life is going to treat me well if you take up this journey. Yes, you take up this journey and you say, so I'm like literally um, fighting, so to speak. So I'm fighting to keep my world available to me, for me, and I'm succeeding in that. It's like if you are, if you are, and when you find meaning, you add meaning to that, then you will fight for it. You will seek for the to have the best potential that you absolutely can can get. And guess what? You universe will give you a shot. Universe will say, you know what? I'm gonna give you your opportunity. I see it all the time. No, don't not Mine is perfect. Perfect. I'm desirable. Everyone, this is Hollywood. This is like you know like traditional beauty. Yeah, classic, classic beauty, classic. Mm-mm. That's my most sexy. So don't even come over here being all touchy. Because I know I glow. You're like, oh my, you feel good. You trying to get that I'll have to forearm you. Like you can't, you keep back. I wouldn't trade. I only I fell in the beauty category. I'm pretty people. So and I'm not treated like anything short than that. And I always have to be mindful of my surroundings because people do like clutching on. They'll run off with me. I can't walk, and people will like they will hold my hand. They will grab my hand. I'm like, whose hand did I grab? No, you somebody you grabbed my hand. So, I'm not even I'm just saying what happens in my life. I'm just saying. So I don't want to trade. I don't want to in fact, if you have my genes, oh boy, I don't know what to say for you. You gotta walk with you gotta walk like this. You gotta walk with your fingers kind of into kind of pull your fingers in so nobody don't grab your hand and run off with you. I could see I was a model. I was a model. So I was a model. I got all the I ran with the hot like I'm hottie. I'm hot. No, I'm no way. You can't trick me. They say you know. They say you over here. No. I'm not an airhead. I have fun as like an airhead, but I'm not an airhead. Sorry. Yeah, I get all the hot people. I attract hot people because I'm hot. This the truth. I'm not lying. I put that on everything. Shoot, yeah, I always call handsome. Before I even knew, and beautiful soul. They say beautiful soul inside and out. Like you're handsome, beautiful, and inside. You like speaking. You like speak like with an angel. So I know I have to know that because I've been people have tried to steal my body, try to like pull me out of drive-through windows. And if it wasn't that for my manager had to pull me down and pull me away. And when they was arresting the person, they were like put him on the back of the car and everything. Like I'm like I couldn't believe it because I mean there's things that I experienced. I'm like why does this happen? I thought this was supposed to be happening to you know 4-3, and particularly it should be happening to the counterparts. But no, actually, people try to steal me away. People try to take me. They want to sleep with me. And I'm not doing nothing. I'm just being myself. So I'm not conceited. I'm repeating what people told me. So I'm just repeating it. So that's what they say. So that's what they told me. I'm just a little well it's 1:38 and I wasn't I mean like so I didn't get all primmed up. So this is if I were to wake up this is the way I wake up. I'm not a sore side on the eyes to wake up. You can wake up next to them. You can wake up especially when I do kind of like pat it down a bit. And I just woke up and this is what you saw. You would you're like, okay. Yeah, I can't even go to my Facebook anymore because like I have like 5,000 or like thousands of people, and all they do is like the moment they see me on, it goes my message goes bing 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 bing. He's like hey you want to do anything you want hey click the link. So. Mm-hmm. Like that's why you don't see me on all kind of like I just have I stay on specific sites like okay so I wanted to investigate Snapchat. I never did Snapchat. I went Snapchat to this month for the very first time, and they're like and what's the other one Bigo. Then what's the other one I'm on Flip. So anyway, I just have to be very mindful. I'm always mindful. I'm like, I always gotta make sure, like, okay, first of all, what am I walking into? But yeah, definitely Facebook is like, I don't, either they're bots, but I mean that's going great lengths. Those bots are going through great lengths because all they do is just show me, like basically they taking over. It's like I wouldn't be able to allow any family members on. I think I blocked all my family members from there. Like they taking it over. They had no clothes on. It's like all nudity on my, which I don't even go there anymore. It's not even mine anymore. It's theirs. So and they're talking to me. Oh, I know you was trying to be friendly. You was trying to be friendly, and here I am. I didn't went to bragging. I'm not. Oh my gosh. Well, so um, yeah. So that's what that's what you have to do. You have to get into a wonderful space. You have to get into the space where you say, you know what, I am shining like within and shining out. In fact, your beauty within actually will bring glow to your beauty on the outside. Whatever you are, whatever it is going on the outside, your inner, the inner light, your inner health and beauty will actually shine through and clear up all of that. And then you'll even see that your skin clears up. It even like that's the first thing you do before you use any of this. Like I don't even need this. This is just putting this on this twice. Like my skin already looks like this, but you know, but one thing it does do is really good for the hair though. But it also is good for the skin. I do feel my skin feels like this all the time, but it's really it's good and for the skin. It's like it rejuvenates, but also it's really great for the hair. Yep, it's really good for the hair. And it never hurts to have nice teeth. Take care of your teeth. Because if nothing else, you could just smile real big. Like, if nothing else, you could smile. So take care of your mouth. Just take care of your teeth. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, spirituality is definitely, becoming. Um, I think it's becoming made more practical, which even is even more interesting. Moreover, is that now they're blurring the lines between um, like 501c3, not necessarily a church, but a 501c3 or and a church or an organization with 501c like tax exempt status can actually integrate politics into their conversations. I guess that this applies as in um, speaking to like their congregation, which is interesting because like how it's been where politicians will visit a secular institution or institution or a secular religious institution. They'll visit one, but at the same time, it's like okay, but they can't say anything. They're like, well, they're gonna come and talk, and then, but now, like vote with your heart, vote with your confidence, and all that, your conscience. But now they're making it where they can talk about it. So, but you know what? This past year, they talked about it anyway. They were literally getting a full on brawls. Like pastors were getting on full on brawls. So like they did not care if like they're like come for me then come for Zen status. I'm gonna talk about this anyway. This is too important. So now they can. Now they made it where yeah, and besides they even have like a don't they have like a I don't know what you call it. So there's a reverend, a very famous uh reverend who has an office at the White House, specifically something like for the task of including, I guess the freedoms of specifically does I mean they are Christian. They are no matter how you squint, those are Abrahamic. So there's like they said they wanted to create balance among religions. So essentially, Christian religions is for like religious like expressions and freedoms and things like that, and that like sort of solidifying that it does have a place, like some sort of branch, in fact, that is in alignment with, and also acts as a bit of a spiritual uh, a sort of extension to this current administration. So I don't know exactly what they call it, but yeah, it's true. What is it? Let me see what it's called even. Um, 'Cause then I can also discover um, uh, office, White House. I don't even know what to call it. So I guess I should learn the name. I can't even think of the name right now of who runs it. A faith office. That's what it's called. The White House Faith Office. It's even got its own Wikipedia. The White House Faith Office, established during the second term, is a faith-based entity, so it's all about faith. Community organizations, houses of worship, strengthen the American family, self-sufficiency, protect religious liberty. So I had partially right. Oh, and it's appointed by Paula White, who also was a prophetess, by the way, to lead it. And she started in this February, which would be okay, 2025. 1 year exact of being in the age of Aquarius. So that's nice to hear. Okay. So yeah, so there's some things going on, some nice things. Good, good. Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's how everything is like like some like everything is able to actually, I guess, connect. Everything just sort of bridges and connects. So, mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah. So that means there is a bridging that is that I believe this also has a lot to do with the principle of Age of Aquarius, which is awareness and the way that we connect with that awareness, also spirituality, and also how it aligns with the practical applications of one's, I guess, practice, hence practitioner. The other part um, is what they call it. Like people are looking for practical uses, like philosophy is, I think, is trying to take a root, but it's going even through its own advancements as they're waiting for the new, I guess, what is he? What is he called? Oh my gosh, he's a yogi. His holiness. Oh gosh, what's his name? But what is his name? The Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama. Like he's preparing for his ascension. So even they're going through some shifts, some changes. And of course, then it clicked. It's like, okay, so he is exiled from China to India. Of course, that's where meditation and yoga, they go link and they link yoga. All of yog is science of meditation. All that is in the Bhagavad Gita. So like they're interlocked, and then with that interlocking, as is the concepts of Christianity. That's why over there it just sinks in so well. Like why is it always like a triangle over there? It's either Christianity over there and then some kind of spiritualism that and or is Muslim and spiritualism and or something that's Judeo spiritualism and philosophy. Why is that? That's because they are in sync. They sync quite well. They match up perfectly. That's that's the reason. That is the reason behind that. It's like, well, like where are you getting this information from? But it's just information that flows through. It's just something that each day I figure out how to um, understand things, but I always try to see the metaphysical finding, and like how do we get the information? How do we connect with that information? And that's how we do it. It flows in that way, in that context. It naturally connects, or it's humming, it's harmonizing at the same time. So that's what it's doing. I'm gonna lose my battery. The battery is gonna happen. Gosh, there's a lot of people in here. There's a lot of people. Gee whiz. So the entire chat box filled up. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The chat box is like all filled up, and yeah, it's nice. It's nice. So I guess I know what time that I need to come in. I need to come in around, what's the timing? Uh, I need to come in at uh, definitely 12. So yeah, I got to get in the habit. So yeah, I will come back, come back in from time to time. So 12 o'clock, midnight, midnight, 12 o'clock. I'll come in and definitely do some hanging out. Hang out, enjoy, and talk with you all. I'll be ready next time. I'll be ready for you. Oh, this I was not ready. I was like, all these people are coming in. So like, oh, okay. So little by little. I had 6 likes, 64 people. Mhm. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. Thank you so much for making my morning. Oh, I even talked. I even gave someone like some valuable information. So now you know how much I know. I know a lot. Now you know I know a lot. I know you know a lot, but you know I know a lot too. Yeah. So I don't know like how okay, I've been on for about an hour. Okay, so I do not know how um how I'm gonna manage this. So I'm still trying to process all this. So because this is a little sudden. This is a little sudden. So I was in here hanging out with you guys, and like I just stumbled into this sort of time zone. You know, so that it just said I need to start coming in at midnight. Okay, I'm processing this. It's just like wow. To like, thank you so much. You guys made my evening. So yeah, I'm very happy. thank you, 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 thank you. Because so because I have big plans. Because I don't want to just always, like just always on the phone or I guess, sort of streaming like this. I want to like do things outside of the YouTube, but I want to connect it to the YouTube. YouTube to be this is the stage, but it's also a doorway to do things. I want to map out and create my own events and things like that. That's what I want to do. That's what we're doing. So now I told it to the right people in the right channel. I kept talking to a wall. Now I'm talking to someone. Okay, good. I will work on it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be ready for you all next time. But so far, like, okay, with information wise, was not on it though. There was nothing I could not answer. My information was impeccable, including the Bible, impeccable. I might look a little tired, but my mind is sharp. It wasn't. Did I not answer your question? So I answered the question about the Bible. I even included metaphysical. I'm I can even take jabs. Even I mean, I can even take jabs. So I took jabs. I answered biblical questions. I mean, I gave a lot of information, and with that, I gave metaphysical understanding, so spiritual understanding, and I even talked a little bit about. I mentioned about the um, the faith office, signs of intelligence. It's even no, it's that's good for 2 a.m. in the morning. But 2 a.m. in the morning, I'm proud of myself. Okay, so now I know I can come in and I need to start at 12 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna start doing lives at 12 a.m. Um, right now, I kind of have a story going on. I'm telling a story, so I'm having to go live at. I like to go live at 10 a.m. something like that, or 6 p.m. while I work because I like to channel spirit, and then when I kind of like channeling. When I channel, you know how you get wisdom, sometimes just by talking with people. So so that's what I do that as well during the day. But now that I actually know how to uh, what do you call it? I'm speaking to somebody's planet. This I don't know what solar system this is, in the great AI, but thank you for the warm welcome. Um, so now I have to figure out. Now I have my mind is saying is flooding with all like. Now I want to do something totally different. Like, oh wow, okay. I got to figure out what content to bring at this hour. I'm gonna try to make it conversational because yeah, there's like people from I guess I don't know either from all over the world or just different personalities. Like there's people writing in different languages in here as well. Um, so at some point, I will have to break out the Google Translator. That way, I can interact with everybody. Now, trying to be able to have I can understand people, but they can speak to me from all over the world as long as they can like if they can speak it. I don't care if it's broken English. I always make sense of it. People are like, "You understand me?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like we're like you're speaking regularly, like a regular dialogue. It's like people always tell me that they don't understand and my dialect. I'm like, I understand you perfectly. They're shocked when they realize that they make perfect sense to me. For some reason, people do. It's just that, yeah, if you come in here and you write it to me, though, I mean, unless I was like trying to be psychic and I'll connect with it. But I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna if I use the translator, I don't know how I'm gonna translate whatever it is, but at least I can, you know, read what you're saying and give you some appreciation. So I try to acknowledge you, you know, and also I don't mind if people share their culture. You know, you have a culture and there's a certain like people, you know, in Hawaii, like they'll say certain some words. They'll say, "Well, we say this and it means this." Um, so yeah, I don't mind. You know, have at it. I'm just happy that you're in here and you're visiting. And who knows? I might learn some. I might learn something. You know, I might learn some new words in another language. I don't mind. So yeah, it'll yeah, it'll definitely will get better. So now you know what you're dealing with. Yes, I'm definitely smart. I'm a smarty, and and I love answering questions, and I love very specific uh, like answers, like factual answers as well. So I also like to have fun. You know, so you know we do like are you fun as well? Yes, I am. I am fun. Uh, Jokes, fine. Um, Smart, fine. Uh, Difficult things to talk about, fine. I like talking about also things that represent breakthroughs. So, like the awareness thing that's happening, the fact that now people who are in these faith elements can now speak about political subjects, and yeah, so that's a thing. So yeah, that means you're gonna need a tougher argument then. Hey, it's church separate from state. I don't care about your views. Now you got to come with something a little more than that, a little bit more than just you know, I just hate it. I just hate you. Okay, come on. You got to give me some. Like, dudes, you got to add some intellect with it. That's too elementary. Come on. Like now you got to get like these debates in the future is gonna be awesome. They're gonna be crazy because you can't just say separation between church and state or apples and oranges. Well, it just doesn't belong. You can't just say that now. Now you have to roll those sleeves up, you know, get your hands all knotted up and all get and get in that ring of debate. You got to get in there and debate. So mm, yeah, I like it. So yeah, so yeah, definitely. So as a spiritualist, yeah, that means if they can do it, we can. That means we can do it. But because naturally, the spirit is gonna just the is moving the levers. So what I like to do is I like to see everybody's astrological charts. So I look at everybody's charts, and I'd like to tell a story as though I was telling the story of the stars. Yeah, so that is going to be very interesting. I can't wait because that's always weighing on your mind. If you're a spiritual person, or if you're, I guess if you're a minister, I would suppose, you tend to naturally tread lightly in these areas, but now they've kind of opened up the, the space and welcoming, I guess, that side in, because the truth of the matter, particularly this administration proves that people are moved by their spiritual thoughts, that they align and that they are intellect. The awareness has advanced itself where it's become intellect. It's not like idle believing. Like in other words, like the word conservative, like these are conservative, and then you attach your evangelical, for example, or your Abrahamic belief system along with being conservative. You can be conservative and be atheist. You can be conservative and be agnostic. you know, and still share those values. You can, you know, and then of course any background, culture, ethnicity, etc. Conservatorship, being conservative, but um, it's very much linking. Like you can't remove one without the other. You can't separate the two. They don't separate well. And I think people said, look, they're gonna do it anyway. Let them talk because then you know they won't like shirk you because you think they're like people thought, oh yeah, they're going this way, and then to find out because they you not been you. If you're not going to allow them or you're going to condemn them for talking, then they're going to talk, but they're not going to invite you, right? That's what they used to do it. Like, look, we gotta all get together, but we can't tell everybody where we're going to meet to talk because everybody, I mean, everybody is not invited. So now they said we need to get in there. So we need to give them the olive branch. So they said, hey, guess what? You can talk about these subjects now. Oh, really? So now we have banquets. We can invite you and speak openly. Like, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that is. I'm pretty sure that's appealing. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait for the four. Was it 3.5 years from now? The debates around the elections. Yeah, that's going to be some exciting times. I'm definitely staying alive, at least for a few of these. Definitely. Yep. We gotta have a good time. You have to help me grow my channel so that I can grow a stage. So that because I'm gonna be that I'm not gonna be a crazy psychic. I'm not gonna be a crazy spiritualist. I'm not gonna start wearing I'm not I don't, at the moment I'm not gonna wear big gowns or anything like that. I'm not gonna come floating to the auditorium. But you gotta like get me. You gotta get me to a place where at least for like 3 years of where I'm like doing stage stuff and presenting because I'm a book. Yeah, I gotta do the whole book thing. But they're not gonna let me. I'm too good. But right now, I got it from the streets. So like I right now have the top company in Europe, all of Europe, and of course they operate with South Africa and the UAE, mhm, Arab Kingdom. Then I've got the U.S. So I got all the America as well, Canada, South America. So I got it. So all I have to do is stay put and don't get tricked outside. Don't like I just don't get tricked, and like go into the gap or something. Like get somebody sucker me into leaving my position. All I got to do is hold my position, and then eventually I better like do some audit. I will instead of waiting for somebody to come like pick me up. I will be able to establish an I don't know if I want to say auditorium or stage or something public, like create a venue. That's a nice word. Create a venue, public. The venue. I want to do venues. That's what I want to do. Venues. I want to do venues. So yes, you guys got to help me get there because that is like that's a big continuation of what I do, and it's like a dream. Hello, it's a dream. Yeah. So I wanted. That's what I want. That's so he's like, well, what do you want to do with this? What are you going to do with all this? Certainly not just stay in my office and just talk about random things and answer questions here and there. No, I want to do the other stuff, but I don't want to go to a I don't want to do a platform. I know you can do platforms and because they travel the world and you can get involved and do red carpet. I don't want to do that anymore. My I want to create it myself. Like if I want to like say I want to do a stage and have people come there at this certain time, and then to just do it. Because I already looked into it, you can do it. it's they will let you, but yeah, I just have to. And they even go, and in fact, it's so advanced that you have to do like some of them. I think you even have to actually have done so many tickets before they even like. So I would know